What if I told you that a simple white powder sitting in almost every kitchen cabinet could be the missing link to better health, deeper sleep, and even a longer life? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing. Only 2% of seniors actually know the full power of baking soda. And once you hear what it truly does beyond cleaning your sink or neutralizing odors, you might never look at it the same way again. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt constantly tired, even after a full night's sleep? Do your joints ache more than they used to? Or maybe your digestion isn't what it once was, no matter what you eat. What if I told you that 1 teaspoon of baking soda, yes, just one, might be doing more for your body than most over-the-counter products combined? But only if you know how to use it. Let's start with something you've probably never heard. Your body runs on balance. pH balance. That delicate dance between acidic and alkaline. Most seniors, through no fault of their own, are living with silent acidosis. That means their bodies are too acidic. The result? Inflammation, fatigue, brain fog, muscle loss. And yes, accelerated aging. And here's where baking soda enters like a secret superhero. It's not just for cookies. It's actually a powerful alkalizing agent. That means it can help rebalance your internal pH and restore harmony inside your body. You might be thinking, okay, but how does that affect me? Well, let's break it down. Acidic environments in the body are linked to almost every major disease affecting older adults: arthritis, heart issues, even memory decline. But when the body shifts toward a more alkaline state, even slightly, inflammation goes down. Cells regenerate faster, energy improves, and that annoying bloating often disappears. Still with me? Good. Because we're just getting started. There was a groundbreaking study out of the University of Alabama that tested baking soda's effect on the immune system. What they found stunned researchers. Seniors who took a daily dose of baking soda showed reduced chronic inflammation markers, and even better, their immune systems responded more like those of younger adults. We're talking cellular rejuvenation here. Now let's pause for a second. If this kind of impact is real, why aren't more people talking about it? Simple. Because there's no profit in a 1 box of powder you can buy at any grocery store. Big Pharma isn't funding ads about baking soda. There's no prescription, no recurring monthly payments, just knowledge. And knowledge is power, especially when it's hidden in plain sight. Now, here's something else you should know. The kidneys, which naturally weaken with age, are constantly fighting to filter out excess acid. When your body is too acidic, they work overtime. That can lead to kidney strain and, in some cases, even long-term damage. But baking soda? It actually lightens their workload. Doctors have started using it in clinical settings to slow kidney decline. In fact, one study showed it delayed the progression of chronic kidney disease in patients by several years. Let that sink in. We're not talking about rare herbs or exotic treatments. We're talking about something sitting next to your flour. And it gets deeper. Because baking soda also interacts with your digestive system in profound ways. Do you suffer from acid reflux? Indigestion? That burning sensation that comes out of nowhere? Most people reach for antacids or proton pump inhibitors, but those can come with side effects, bone loss, nutrient malabsorption, even increased risk of dementia. Baking soda offers a simpler solution. It neutralizes stomach acid instantly. Not only does that give relief, but it helps reset your digestive pH, improving how your body breaks down food and absorbs nutrients. Imagine being able to eat your favorite meals without the pain afterward. Imagine sleeping through the night without that rising burn in your throat. That's the quiet power of this humble white powder. Now I know what you're thinking. Is it safe to use every day? Great question. And here's where precision matters. Just like any natural remedy, it's all about how you use it. Dosage, timing, consistency. Take too much, and yes, it can throw things off, but used properly, the benefits are remarkable. We'll cover the how very soon, exact recipes, timing, and what to avoid. But first, there's one more thing I have to tell you. And it's the part almost nobody talks about. It has to do with something called systemic inflammation, the kind of invisible fire that burns inside your body for years. You don't feel it right away, but it slowly damages cells, tissues, even your DNA. This inflammation is now being called the root cause of inflammaging, the process that accelerates aging from the inside out. And what's one of the fastest ways to reduce this silent killer? You guessed it, baking soda. Because when your body is no longer constantly battling an acidic environment, inflammation drops fast. But here's where it gets wild. Did you know baking soda may also influence your nervous system? Researchers are now studying its impact on the vagus nerve, the main communication highway between your gut and brain. When your vagus nerve is calm and healthy, your body goes into rest and repair mode. That means lower cortisol, lower blood pressure, deeper sleep, and even improved mood. Some experts believe that baking soda, taken properly, can help support this nerve's function, creating a cascade of calming effects throughout your entire system. Imagine less anxiety, deeper breaths, and a sense of calm that no medication could mimic. And it all begins with understanding what 98% of seniors don't. That this common household powder might be one of the most underrated health tools of our time. And we're just scratching the surface. So far, we've uncovered how baking soda can calm inflammation, support kidney health, ease digestion, and possibly even slow aging. But now, let's go deeper into something even more surprising. Did you know baking soda might be silently helping your heart? That's right. Your heart, the muscle that never takes a break, is directly influenced by your body's acid-alkaline balance. And when that balance is off, when your blood becomes even slightly more acidic than it should be, your heart has to work harder. That means more strain, more risk. In one study, researchers discovered that individuals with lower bicarbonate levels in their blood had higher rates of cardiovascular disease. The connection? Acid overload makes the body inflamed, and inflammation damages blood vessels. But when those levels were restored, when the body had enough bicarbonate to stay balanced, the heart performed more efficiently. Blood flowed better, pressure lowered, risk decreased. All from something that costs less than a cup of coffee. And here's something else hardly anyone talks about. As we age, our bones begin to thin. Osteoporosis becomes a threat, and most people think the answer is just calcium and vitamin D. But what if the real problem is that your body is pulling minerals out of your bones just to neutralize excess acid in your bloodstream? Think about that. Your body will do anything to protect its pH, even if it means sacrificing your skeleton. That's where baking soda comes in. By keeping your system more alkaline, it reduces the need for this emergency buffering. That means fewer minerals pulled from your bones, and stronger bones over time. So, yes, that little box in your pantry might just be a secret ally against fractures and falls. And if that wasn't enough, let's talk about your muscles. Ever feel like your muscles fatigue faster than they used to? Like climbing stairs or carrying groceries wears you out? There's a reason for that, and once again, it's tied to acid buildup. When you move your muscles, they produce lactic acid. That's normal. But if your system is already struggling with acidity, your muscles can't recover. They cramp, they ache, they burn out faster. But when researchers gave athletes baking soda before workouts, something fascinating happened. Their endurance improved, recovery times shortened, pain levels dropped. Now imagine what that could mean for seniors. Improved strength, greater balance, more mobility, fewer falls, more independence. All from this one overlooked mineral compound. Still with me? Because we're about to step into something even more exciting. Brain health. Yes, your brain. That precious organ that holds your memories, your personality, your story. Scientists have recently started looking at how pH levels affect the brain's chemistry, and the early signs are powerful. Inflammation in the brain has been tied to cognitive decline, mood swings, and even early dementia. But when the body is in a more alkaline state, inflammation in the brain goes down too. In some animal studies, Baking soda has shown potential to reduce neurological inflammation and improve clarity, memory, and even mood. It's early science, but promising. And again, there's no side effects like you'd get from prescription pills, no dependency, just support from the inside out. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but how do I take it? What's the exact method? We'll get to that soon, I promise. But first, there's a story I need to tell you. A woman named Carol, 71 years old, lived alone in Vermont, retired school teacher, spent most of her days gardening and reading. She had been struggling for years, constant joint pain, low energy, digestion that barely worked, and a general sense that her body was breaking down. She'd been through it all: anti-inflammatories, sleeping pills, digestive aids, even antidepressants. Then, during a visit to her naturopath, she was introduced to the idea of baking soda. Skeptical but desperate, she tried it. Just a quarter teaspoon in water, twice a day. Within weeks, her digestion improved. Her joint pain started to ease. She began sleeping through the night again. Her mood lifted. And for the first time in years, she felt like herself again. Now, is baking soda a miracle? No, nothing is. But when used correctly, it can restore balance. And that's what the body craves more than anything as it ages: balance. Let's take a moment and talk about detoxification, something we often ignore. Every day, your body is exposed to toxins through food, air, water, and even stress. Your liver works overtime to clean it all out. But when the body is too acidic, your detox systems slow down. Waste builds up. You feel sluggish, foggy, heavy. Baking soda helps by neutralizing the acids that prevent your body from flushing toxins. It's not a cleanse or a diet, it's cellular support. And for seniors, that kind of internal reset can feel like turning back the clock. And guess what? We haven't even mentioned the skin yet. Did you know your skin reflects the state of your internal health? Rashes, dryness, itchiness, even accelerated wrinkles all can be signs of internal imbalance. Many seniors who start using baking soda internally report that their skin becomes clearer, calmer, and more hydrated. Some even use it topically as a gentle exfoliant or in a soothing bath to draw out impurities and relax tired muscles. It's not a beauty hack, it's a biological one. And while we're here, let's not forget about oral health. Baking soda naturally whitens teeth, neutralizes acids in the mouth, and even reduces the bacteria that cause gum disease. But more than that, it helps your mouth stay alkaline, which can reduce tooth decay and preserve enamel. For seniors, maintaining oral health isn't just about appearance. It's about preventing infection, supporting digestion, and keeping the rest of the body healthy too. The mouth is the first step in your digestive system, and baking soda helps keep it in check. So, now we've covered digestion, kidneys, heart, bones, muscles, brain, skin, and mouth. And we still have more to explore. But before we continue, let me ask you, if something so small, so ordinary, can support your entire body in so many ways, why do so few people know? And why aren't you hearing this from your doctor? The truth is, modern medicine is incredible at treating symptoms. But when it comes to restoring balance, to preventing the slow breakdowns that come with age, it often falls short. That's where natural tools like baking soda shine. And in the next part of this video, we'll get practical. I'll show you exactly how to use baking soda safely and effectively. We'll talk dosage, timing, combinations, and the most common mistakes to avoid. So don't go anywhere, because the next part might just change your morning routine forever. All right, we've talked about the science, the impact, and even the story of Carol, a living example of how baking soda can quietly transform lives. But now, let's get practical. Because if you don't use it the right way, you won't get the results. Worse, you might even disrupt your body's balance instead of restoring it. So here's what you need to know. Rule 1. Never overdo it. The golden rule of baking soda is less is more. A little goes a long way. We're not talking spoonfuls here, we're talking teaspoons. sometimes even less. Start with just a quarter teaspoon in a glass of filtered water. Stir well and drink it on an empty stomach, ideally in the morning or right before bed. Why empty stomach? Because that's when your body is the most receptive. There's no food to interfere. Your digestive system is calm, and your bloodstream can absorb it more efficiently. Some people prefer to take it twice a day, morning and night. Others do every other day. The key is to listen to your body. If you feel more energized, sleep better, or experience smoother digestion, that's a good sign. If you ever feel bloated, overly full, or uncomfortable, scale back. Rule 2. Don't mix with meals. It's tempting to take baking soda after a heavy meal, especially if you're feeling acid reflux. And yes, it can help, but it also risks interfering with your stomach acid when your body needs it most for digestion. So, if you're going to use it for digestive health, use it between meals, not during or right after. Rule 3. Cycle it. Baking soda works best in cycles. Try this. 2 weeks on, 1 week off. This gives your body a chance to reset and ensures you don't become too alkaline, which can also throw things off. Rule 4. Use high-quality water. It sounds simple, but the water you mix it with matters. Avoid tap water loaded with chemicals. Use filtered or spring water if possible. Your body deserves it. Now, let's go one step further. Want to supercharge the effects? Try combining baking soda with lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Wait, lemon and vinegar are acidic. Isn't that the opposite of what we want? Great question, and here's the secret. These acids are actually alkaline forming once digested. When you combine them with baking soda, they create a reaction that enhances absorption and delivers minerals deeper into your system. For example, 1/2 lemon juice, jiaoun, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, jiaoun, water, an alkalizing anti-inflammatory tonic, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, yaoun, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, yaoun, water, equals digestive gold. Try it in the morning. Wait 30 minutes before eating. You might feel lighter, clearer, more awake. Let's keep going. What if you're on medication? Always consult your doctor, especially if you're taking blood pressure meds, kidney-related drugs, antacids, diuretics. Why? Because baking soda can interact with them. It may increase sodium levels or change how the body absorbs certain compounds. Now that said, don't be surprised if your doctor isn't familiar with these protocols. This isn't standard medicine, but it is science-backed. You can even bring in the studies, the ones that show reduced inflammation, kidney support, and immune balance. The goal isn't to replace your medication. The goal is to support your body naturally, so maybe over time you need less. Now here's a little-known tip. Baking soda baths. Yes, you can soak in it. And for seniors with arthritis, muscle pain, skin irritation, or poor circulation, it's a game changer. Just add a 1/2 cup to a warm bath. Soak for 20 minutes. Your skin absorbs the minerals, your muscles relax, and your pH rebalances from the outside in. Add a little Epsom salt for extra magnesium? Even better. Some say it's like stepping out of a spa. Others say it's the only thing that calms their restless legs or nerve pain. Let's talk about topical use too. You can make a simple paste, baking soda, jiaoan, a few drops of water. Apply it gently to itchy spots, insect bites, or even underarms as a natural deodorant. It's not just folk wisdom, it works because it balances skin pH and fights bacteria without harsh chemicals. Now, this is important. Don't overuse it on your face. It's too abrasive for daily scrubbing, especially for mature skin. But once a week as a mask or exfoliant? Perfect. Now, let's recap with a simple routine, one that thousands have used to reclaim their energy, sleep, and digestion. Morning. 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. Juice of 1/2 lemon. 1 glass of warm water. Drink on an empty stomach. Midday. Nothing. Let your body work. Evening optional. 1/4 teaspoon baking soda in cool water. Drink 30 minutes before bed for calming anti-inflammatory effects. Once a week. Baking soda bath. Optional topical use. Simple, affordable, powerful. But let me tell you one more story before we move on. His name was Frank. Retired engineer. Quiet guy. Lived in Arizona with his wife of 50 years. Frank had been struggling with gout, intense pain in his toes and ankles. He also had high blood pressure and was on 4 different medications. After watching a video much like this one, he decided to try baking soda. Carefully, slowly. He documented everything. Within a month, the gout attacks stopped. His digestion improved. His wife noticed he was smiling more. His energy returned. At his next checkup, his doctor was stunned. Blood pressure down, inflammation markers down, kidney function improved. They started scaling back his prescriptions, carefully, responsibly, together. And Frank? He told his grandkids that 1 box of baking soda saved his retirement. Is it a miracle? Again, no. But it's proof. Proof that nature holds answers we've forgotten. Proof that health isn't always complicated. Sometimes, it's about returning to what's simple, what's real, and what's been sitting right there on your shelf the whole time. In the final part of this video, we're going to reveal something that could take everything you've learned and multiply the effects. Because believe it or not, baking soda is just the beginning. You've come this far. You now know more about baking soda than 98% of the population. But before we wrap this up, I want to share something important. Baking soda is not a magic bullet. It's a foundation, a spark, a reminder that your body is capable of healing when given the right environment. But what if I told you there's a way to make that environment even more powerful? That's where we shift from remedy to lifestyle. Because while baking soda can neutralize acids, the source of that acidity often comes from the food we eat, the stress we carry, and the choices we make every single day. So let's talk about what comes next. Let's talk about the 3 pillars that amplify everything baking soda starts. Pillar 1. Hydration. Giane. Minerals. Most seniors are chronically dehydrated, but they don't feel it. No dry mouth, no thirst. But inside, cells are starving for fluid. And without enough hydration, especially with electrolytes, baking soda can't do its job fully. Try this. Start your day with 2 glasses of water, one with baking soda and lemon, the second with a pinch of sea salt or electrolyte drops. Sip water steadily throughout the day, don't chug. Avoid distilled water long term. It lacks minerals your body craves. Water is life, but mineralized water is longevity. Pillar 2. Movement that doesn't hurt. You don't need to run marathons. But your lymph system, your body's drainage system, only moves when you do. When acids, toxins, and inflammation build up, they sit stagnant unless you move. Try this. Gentle stretching each morning. A 15-minute walk after lunch or dinner. Even bouncing on your heels or rocking side to side while brushing your teeth. It sounds silly, but it tells your body, I'm still here, I'm still moving. Don't shut down on me yet. Pillar 3. Rest that actually repairs. You can't heal if you're in a constant state of fight or flight. Baking soda calms inflammation. Yes, but it works even better when paired with true rest. That means no screens 1 hour before bed, magnesium at night, deep breathing or gratitude journaling to shift the nervous system into recovery mode. Most people age from stress, not time. Control your stress, and you slow the clock. Now, let's connect the dots. Baking soda restores pH. Hydration and minerals amplify it. Movement clears the waste. Rest repairs the damage. Together, that's how you create a vital, vibrant body at any age. And here's the truth I want you to take with you. You're not broken. You're out of balance. And restoring balance doesn't require a miracle. Sometimes, it starts with a box you already have in your cabinet. You just needed someone to tell you how to use it. Now, before we end this, let's bust a few myths. Myth 1. Baking soda is bad for blood pressure. It can be if taken in high doses or if your sodium levels are already elevated. But in small, measured amounts, it can actually reduce inflammation that causes blood pressure to rise. Myth 2. It's just a folk remedy. False. It's been used in clinical settings for decades, from treating metabolic acidosis to slowing kidney disease. The problem is, nobody profits from it. Myth 3. It's unsafe long-term. Again, only if misused. Cycled properly, it can be one of the safest, cheapest, most powerful tools you ever use. Now you know the truth. So, what will you do with it? You have a choice. You can forget what you learned, chalk it up to an interesting video, go back to your routines and your prescriptions and your silent frustration. Or, you can take one small step today. Just one. A glass of water. A quarter teaspoon. A quiet moment of hope. Because maybe, just maybe, it's not too late. Not too late to sleep better. To move easier. To think clearer. To laugh more. To live more. It starts here. It starts now. It starts with you. And if this video opened your eyes, if it reminded you of the power that still lives in your body, then share it. Not for me, not for views, but for the millions of seniors who are still struggling in silence, never knowing the answers were already within reach. Let's bring wisdom back. Let's age with power. Let's turn a teaspoon into a revolution. And if you want more guides like this, more natural tools, more stories, more truth, hit that subscribe button. Because this isn't the end. It's just the beginning.